Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saves First Death, and normally TTRPG actual play channel. Tonight, we normally play indie bandits. However, 3 of the bandits are out with family tonight, so instead, we're just having a chat. Games and I are going to chat with you guys. So, welcome, and I hope you're all doing well. We were chatting Mass Effect, and now my brain has to real quick shift. Because I haven't played, please don't spoil it for me. I just started playing. So for those of you who are like, but it's been out for forever, like this is like Skyrim, I'm warning you now, I haven't played. Please leave spoilers out of chat. But I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, tonight, we're gonna convert D&D monsters from the monster manual, I think mine's backwards, into Cyberpunk RED. That means they may be enemies, they may be, gangs, they may be drones, they could be equipment, it could become a weapon, I don't know, we'll find out, we'll see what fits, as best we can. As for, actual SVD news, I think the only thing I need to mention is a new homebrew is released currently on our Patreon for Patreon members. Right now they get early access. It will release to the public on Wednesday. It's called Jolt, and it's based on, if you guys watched it, Scarlet cram that Moxie took, with less side effects unless you take one of the stronger variants, in which case similar or worse side effects. So use responsibly. It goes public, I believe, on Wednesday, so you'll be able to get it there. I think that's it. I think that's the only announcement I have for you guys today. So yeah, you're awesome. In case no one's told you,
love you guys.
You're awesome, and we love you. All right. So to kick it off, I'm going to spin a wheel. This is how I've decided this is how we're going to pick a monsters. I'm going to spin a wheel to see what page I land on, and we're going to go with that.
Okay, I'm in. I don't have the monster manual in front of me, but I'm going to look them up so I can get a feel for them.
That's fair.
I feel like I need every Cyberpunk book ever, though, in front of me to do this.
No, you won't. It'll be fine. I feel like I should be writing this down in a notebook, and I didn't bring a notebook. So, page 102 is... Oh, man.
Starting off with a bang.
This is gonna be a problem. Okay. I've got it. It's fine. It is... a white dragon. Which, and the page I landed on just says White Dragon, and the lair. It's got the stats for the Wormling, but of course, there's the Ancient, the Adult, the Young, and the Wormling, so that was a lot more heft than I thought it would be for the first...
Yeah, we're kicking it big to start with.
Creature. You know what, I'm gonna say, because the Wormling stats are on this page, we're just gonna go with the Wormling.
Oh, I pulled up the Adult immediately. Yes, I will look up the...
Let's go with the baby. So, I'm gonna I have to read my white dragon stats. They're the smallest, least intelligent, and most animalistic of chromatic dragons.
Okay.
They dwell in frigid climates. They're vicious reptiles driven by hunger and greed. I feel like, you know what I feel like these would be? Low empathy, low human, like a gang called the White Dragons.
That's actually exactly what I was thinking. Is that this is like the mooks in the White Dragon Gang, and the White Dragon Gang is like Christmas themed. They use like weapons that cause cold damage.
They definitely need like a cold No, not like the mooks. Oh my god, no. Batman, Mr. Freeze. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, where they live in the ice dome. That's what the white dragons are. And then you have your Wormling, your Young, your Adult, or your Ancient is like your ranking system.
I feel like there used to be like a hockey arena. the Night
Yes!
King, and they were like the dragons. And so this gang like took it over, and they're like, we're the white dragons, and like they keep it like frigid in there at all times.
Yeah, I like that. So it's a gang that lives in a super frigid, abandoned hockey rink.
Yeah. Well, and because they're traditionally chaotic evil, I think them being a mindless street gang is perfect.
Right? They're primal and vengeful, so anyone who enters, you'll get shot on sight.
Right.
Like, there's no talking to them. Well. No. They just attack.
Yeah.
Little bit scavengers, too. Like, they'll keep what they kill.
Right. Well, yeah. And this is a lot like in any video game when you go into a place, it's not like you can, like, just have a meeting with the boss. You have to, like, kill everybody on your way out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's these guys.
Yeah. Okay, they have a bite attack.
I see that.
Right? All dragons, I think all of the dragons have a bite attack. Yeah. So I want to give them all that, was it the metal jaw? The cyber jaw? Yeah.
Yeah. Because technically, Wraith has a bite attack.
Oh my god, Race Freak calling them Coldstrum is... I feel like that's how you tag the white dragons to really piss them off. Like, to really piss them off. But I love it so much. But yeah, cyber jaw so they can bite, obviously. Mm-hmm. They all have a cold breath. I feel like they need a freeze ray. Or like ice rounds. We have incendiary rounds. There should be cryo rounds.
Well, and there'd be like cryo grenades at least.
Mm-hmm.
They have air hypos full of liquid nitrogen.
Oh shit. No. Oh god. Once you get promoted from wormling to young, you get wolvers because they have claws.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll start with rippers. You start with rippers, then when you become an adult, you get wolvers. They trade it out.
Yeah. Until you finally, become the head dragon, the adult.
The ancient white dragon is like the leader. You have to go talk to the ancient,
Who is like right at center ice in this hockey arena.
Yes.
He has a throne at center ice.
I was trying to think if he's in the announcer booth, and I'm like, no, man, but there is definitely a dedicated announcer that talks.
Oh, yeah. No, he has his herald. It has to...
Okay, so, question, though, because they're obviously super vicious, attack on sight.
Right.
But because they live in this hockey arena, I want to know, do they have, Bozo level, lack of humanity where they will capture you and, play against you? Obviously, you are at a disadvantage where you have no stick, you have no pucks, they're just going to beat the living shit out of you. Or do they just shoot you on sight? Is the arena like an arena?
LA?
Hmm?
If you want a meeting with the Ancient Dragon, you have to play against their team. And it's you on the ice, no skates, no pads, versus, a full team of cybered out hockey players. And if you can beat them for one period, then you can meet with the Ancient Dragon.
Okay.
So I'm moving him from center ice to he has his own box seat that he sits in.
He's in the VIP box seat. It depends. It depends on if there's a game or not. If there's no game, he's in his throne in center ice. If there's a game, VIP box seat.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about that in Nuka World. How you have to go through that.
The DJ announcer calls him the icebreaker.
But yeah, that's how you get an audience. Because normally they're kill in sight, but if you ask for an audience with the Ancient Dragon, you must go through the gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you, instead of playing against the crew, could you opt to be the goalie where they shoot grenades at you?
Yes. No, I feel like that's the big punishment when they capture their whoever's marked as their enemy. They tie them into the goal post and then launch grenades with them.
Amazing. Amazing. So yeah, there we go. Our first monster is a gang called the White Dragons. I think we cover everything. I don't think they would get a wing attack because I don't think that's important.
No.
They could, I mean, they could get exotic sculpting to get, like, scales or dragon features.
Yeah, and maybe that's like a badge of honor is that you can gain your scales.
Ooh, gaining scales, I like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, their helmets are hockey helmets.
Yeah.
Tech retrofitted, but hockey helmets. Probably.
They all wear the hockey helmets, but like with the like regular, not like the modern like plexi visor thing on it. They've got like the mesh on it, you know?
Yes. They have like blind sight and dark vision, so obviously they get cyber eyes.
Or their helmet gives it to them, honestly.
Oh, that's true. I guess you could have a HUD, right?
Yeah.
But if you take that off, you lose it. If it gets knocked off or damaged, you lose it. I feel like they'd have cyber eyes.
Right.
You know what? Cyber eyes, the visor has anti-dazzle.
Ooh, yeah. And the cyber eyes have the dragon eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. But I like the idea of like the helmet always covering most of the face, but when they take it off, you can see like scales around the eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they've earned it. Like that.
If you want to add these to your game, I think they'd be just south of Little Italy, honestly. On the island towards the south there.
Okay. I'm trying to think of where that is. Of course, I don't have the map pulled up because why would I?
Right.
That would have made way too much sense.
One day we're not going to have DLC to release, so we're instead going to release, like, here's all the stupid we came up with on our dates and stuff.
Okay, what little island are you talking about?
Okay, so, like, basically across from where we're living at the Little Mecco.
Okay.
So that little peninsula that's right there in South Night City, just under University, like near where Old Sam is. But not quite in...
Like where the Medical Technology Center is? 25?
I was thinking near 26, but yeah. Because I think logically, if this was a bustling city and everything was, you know, proper and currently being used, it would be near the University District in downtown for a hockey arena.
I mean, 25, 26, they're fairly close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that general area. Basically between those.
Okay, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Alright. I like it. Undead, if you add them to your game, please let us know what your player slot. I'm very curious.
I accept no responsibility for anything.
I will take all responsibility for this. All of it. Happily. Alright. So that's the White Dragons, guys.
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape for that. I
really need to turn the volume off on the spinning wheel down. Or off, actually. I just need to turn it off. Ooh! Okay. So next is page 144, for those of you who may be following along with your own monster manual. And it's a Djinni, a specific Djinni, on page 144.
Yes, an Iceland.
No, you're good. It's just the Djinni, like an actual Djinn. Djinni, yeah. So chaotic good is the alignment. It can fly. Something we'll need to decide if we want it to fly. I feel like you can get a hoverboard. off the bat is my default.
Okay.
If it's a person, I default want to give it a hoverboard. Let's see. It is immune to lightning and thunder. Has dark vision. If it dies, the body disintegrates into a warm breeze, leaving behind only equipment it was wearing or carrying. At will, it can detect good and evil, detect magic, blah. It can create food and water, or it can create wine instead of water. It's multi-attack, a scimitar, and it can create a whirlwind.
Okay, wind and air are really big with this.
I think this is a new brand of hoverboard. I think the Djinni, or the Djinni, or however you pronounce that, is a new brand of hoverboard.
Okay. Who makes the Djinni? Is it made by somebody we would expect it to be made from? Like Yang's or something?
Not
Or
Yang's.
is it made like... Okay.
Definitely not Yang's. Let me see. Let me pull up Black Chrome real quick, because I, of course, did not pull up any of the books either. Who makes...
Oh no, ad break, race fake, sorry.
It's okay, you got time, because I'm looking shit up. Could it maybe a mobile armor or like body replacement cyberware? Because I was thinking armor too. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to look up.
You good?
Not weapons. I want... It's not a land vehicle. I guess it is. It's not an air vehicle. Alright. It's a Tansen. It's called Tansen Jetboy Hoverboard. This is made by the Tansen Group.
Okay. Is it made by Tansen, or do we want somebody else, another corporation, to have it?
I think
see. The scimitars and stuff, I'm picturing it, if we go with the hoverboard idea, it's got really thin edges, and even the rider is susceptible to cutting themselves with it if they're not careful.
Okay. I do like Race's idea that it could be armor.
Yeah. Welcome back! Okay, if we're doing armor, what are we doing? Like, it stores air pressure.
Do you remember do you remember the arc blaster?
Yeah.
Where it takes, like, you remove your arm, like, you no longer have a hand, but you can hurl lightning?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like a bladed arm because you have the scimitar thing that shoots like a concentrated whirlwind of air?
Yeah, I feel like the armor, like just below the ribs, takes in air and compresses it as you're wearing it, and you can use it to either like jump higher by pushing it at the feet, or you can launch the wrist blade off of it using the same compressed air.
So you've got a leg booster and an arm booster.
Yeah.
So your whole so yours would be a whole suit.
Yeah.
Okay, versus just a piece of cyberware.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking like an exo.
Okay. I like that. So an exosuit with like essentially jump boosters with air.
Yeah.
And
but the big downfall is you have to like take enough time for it to like build up the air.
I was gonna say, what is the recharge time? Is it like an hour? Can we use like once an hour?
Right. That would be the real problem here is how long it would take to recharge. And
does it have like levels that you could jump? Like how much air you release?
I would imagine like that you have like a 25%, which is slightly above your normal jump, all the way up to like it advises you not to try to jump or launch your blade above 75%.
But you can.
Yeah.
And it takes like what, 2 hours to refill the tank?
Yeah, to refill from 0 to
From 0.
100 would be 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you can also, like, valve release, like, 25% at a time if you wanted to, like, launch your blade and jump.
I don't know if you could launch your blade and jump. I feel like both of those would be in action.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, separately. Launch your blade and then jump.
I feel like, okay, so I feel like a 25% jump for your jump boosters in the suit would, like, get you, I don't know, 20 feet, we'll say, or what, 20 meters?
Yes.
Cyberpunk uses meters.
Right. 15 or 5 meters.
No, because it's 2 meters per move. So to move 7, that's 14.
Right.
So I'm good with 20, because it should give you a boost. Or whatever the jump boosters, the actual jump boosters in Cyberpunk RED are. It's probably what it would be.
Yeah, use those rules.
Use those rules. For 25%, right?
Yeah. And
that would be one action. But for like 50%, it doubles that. 75%, it triples that base. 100% quadruples, but that's how long you're in the air. So if you quadruple, like, that's 4 turns, you're in the air, and that fall damage is gonna fucking wreck you.
Well, and I was thinking that, like, you would have to, like, if you release either above 75%, you'd have to make a check to see if you damaged the suit or yourself, like in athletics, to, like, land it. Or, you know, stuff like that.
Well, actually, sorry, it would be 3 turns you'd be in the air.
Right.
Because, like, 25 would just... You'd land, right? You would just go farther, you would land. But I'm thinking it would be cool if you did 50%, because then you would go that distance, but you'd be high enough where on the second round, you could shoot your scimitar blades from the air. Like, you'd actually be up and moving. Yeah. People would be at a disadvantage to shoot you because you're in, like, you're moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then if it's over 75, or maybe if it's just if you try to release all 100 at once.
Right. If all 100 is always a bad play.
Then you have to roll to see what happens.
Yeah. Because you can have, like, the tanks rupture, you know.
So, okay, if we want, like, tanks to rupture, would this be, like, a poor quality? I can't remember the Gunmart version of armor, but would it be, like... Or is it a tank rupture, so whenever you roll a 1 on your, like, athletic, like, you have to roll, like, an athletics check, and if you roll a 1, there's a chance for the tanks to rupture and just send you flying?
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea. And I can't imagine a reputable company making something like this because it a terrible plan. There's nothing slowing your descent, like Race was talking about.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I like what Ray said, where it's like, if you keep 25, like if you use 75 to jump and you hold 25 for that cushion,
yeah,
to land safely, that's
not
smart.
Yeah.
Unless you roll a 1. In which case,
good luck with it.
The tanks either jam, rupture, or somehow miraculously will work for you.
But yeah, like I was saying, I don't think a reputable company would make this, so it would have to be like the Gunsmart version of armor.
I don't think it's that
Which
bad.
I should remember the name of it.
I don't think it's that bad.
You think it's standard reliability?
I almost low-key, although I know we said, like, this is one thing, and because it has the arm attachments and whatever, I almost want to make, like, these boots by Faisal, where you have, like, 100% worth of air, but once it's done, it's done. So they're just, like, one-use boots. Super cheap. But one-use boots.
This, and they've got, like, 3 versions of it, like, the wrist ones, the boots, and those are single use, or like the fancy full unit, which is like a backpack, the wrist things, and the boots.
Boots. Okay, I do like that you've got the wrist thing with the scimitars and you're adding that into it. I want to keep that, so I like the whole exoskeleton. Oh, it's immune to lightning and thunder, so it should have, like, it should be a rubberized suit that's...
Yeah, it's all made of rubber.
That it's immune to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you won't get ground by it.
Okay. So better company, better than Gunmart, because now you've actually got like legit immunity.
But
You could walk across electrified floors.
That by itself makes it worth it.
Right? I can see now. All of a sudden, I'm like, Militech might have made this.
If they did, they sold off these plans real early, though. They're like, hey, we made this and it was a good idea, but we'll sell you the design for a whole bunch of money.
Okay, now I'm curious though, because it does have like a Djinni can fly.
Yeah.
So if it's an exosuit, do we add a parachute?
I like the idea of relying on the air pressure to stop you.
To stop you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we just made Iron Man's suit, but rubberized and not nearly as good.
Not as good. Like his suit that he made in the cave.
Yeah.
It counts as clothing and style. I agree.
Oh, where it adds a +1 to your wardrobe style if you have 3 of that kind. So if it's leisure wear, if it's tracksuit. I like it. I think it would be Urban Flash, where it counts as a light tattoo installment. Like, you can't hide that you're wearing this stuff.
Ooh, yeah. No, I like that too. That because they're all separate pieces that go together as one unit, each has like a built-in tank, but once it's used, it's used.
I feel like that drops the original price of this suit down, because then you're constantly buying like the air refill canisters.
Right. But I think it's still worth it.
Absolutely, I think it'd be fun for one glorious moment.
Well, you obviously pair it with a hang glider or like a grappling hook.
The underbarrel grapple gun. So you fly up, attach your grapple gun. You're Spider-Man, guys. You're a Spider-Man.
Brilliant.
So who makes this suit? Or is it someone? You know what? I feel like the person who made this is some underground tech, like comic book junkie.
There's like 3 of prototypes that exist, but not like a finished model anywhere.
It's a comic book guy from The Simpsons. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what company would do it if a company did it, and I am drawing blanks here.
I don't. I think it's just a tech. Unless we make it Urban Flash where it glows, in which case we could say it's laser light.
Oh, okay.
Where your boots and the arm pieces glow, and it counts as an installment of a light tattoo.
Which should be so ridiculous with everything else. But I think
perfect.
The reason that they rubberized it is because there was like shorts in like the glow effect on it. And so they rubberized it for that reason. But it has the added effect of being
it's just been like a lucky accident that's why. That now it's better.
No, that's a feature.
I like it. Alright, we'll say it's a laser light. The laser light Djinni.
Okay. Available at one really bad strip mall.
Yeah. But if you roll a 1, I think on a 1 or a 2, like roll a d6 on a 1 or a 2, one of the tanks ruptures, like damage beyond repair.
Yeah.
Like you have to get like a full new either boot or arm piece, and which of course screws over the entire system until you get a replacement part.
Right. Well, you could try to use it one boot. I don't suggest it.
On a 3 to a 4, nothing happens. You just accept like the fail. But on a 5 to a 6, what is it? I don't want the tank to rupture. Just on a 5 to a 6. Oh, I had another option I said earlier, and now I can't think. It's gone.
What if the air does blowback? It pushes it out, but not in the intended way.
So you go the wrong way?
That lost percentage of air and nothing occurs. They're like, and I used 25% of my air pressure.
Oh,
nothing.
That was it. On a 5 to a 6, you automatically use 100%.
Oh, yeah?
None of your, like, the tanks don't rupture, your suit's perfectly fine, but all 100% goes off.
All at once.
All at once. Yeah. 1 or 2, you'll go the distance, but one of your tanks will rupture. A 5 or a 6, we'll just say, yeah, nothing happens. 25% expended, but nothing happens.
Yeah. I like it.
Alright. Because it's a chaotic, the monster's chaotic good. I feel like that adds the chaos element we needed.
Oh, for sure.
Otherwise, it's a really good, suit. Armor piece. One piece, head and... Oh no, I guess you could add a different helmet, because there's no...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that they plan on having a whole line of different pieces. These are just 3 of the 5 pieces they're planning on releasing.
Oh, well that makes sense because there's multiple different types of genies, and we just talked about one. So yeah, that works. I'm down with that. Alright, let's see. What do we got next? As the wheel spins. Oh, we're not going too far. Page 138. We find... Oh god, there's like 3 different things on this page. What am I looking at? Fungi! So there's the gas spore, the shrieker, and the violet fungus.
Alright, are we going to try to do all of them?
Well, all 3 are on the page. I think we can skip Shrieker, because Shrieker is already a Cyberpunk RED weapon.
Yeah.
So, actually, you know what? This is what I'll do. Chat's been awesome and wonderful chat. Which one would you like us to talk about? The gas spore, which is an unaligned large plant, or the violet fungus, which is an unaligned medium plant? One of these is going to be real interesting depending on what chat chooses. Violet.
That's the one I had pulled up, so that worked out really well.
Okay, those sound like drug names. I like the race was like, make it a funky chem / sim, and Beige was like, those sound like good drug names.
Yeah.
Alright, so the violet fungus has a speed of 5 feet. So I feel like whatever, if this is a drug, it's going to drop your movement to 1.
Yeah.
Instantly.
You make medium or hard difficulty athletics checks to move.
Oh my god, this is so bad. Its strength is -4, is a 3, so it's like a -4 modifier. Dex is a 1, -5. Con is 0. Intelligence is a 1, so it's -5. Wisdom is a 3. Charisma is a 1. I feel like this just takes all your stats, like all of them.
Right. Well,
but you are immune to being blind, deafened, and frightened.
Oh, that's nice. Because you're dumb at the time.
You have blind sight, which is exceptional. False appearance. While the violet fungus remains motionless, it's indistinguishable from an ordinary fungus. It has multi-attack and rotting touch. It deals necrotic damage. I feel like this is just like an airborne, like a weaponized, what is it? Virus?
I was thinking it's a party drug.
What's the effect that the violet fungus, other than making you dumb and slow? Like taking everything.
That. Look at like crocodile, which can cause like necrosis at the injection site.
I like that. I like that this should do this, given that it has necrotic touch. So yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's a really good hallucination, and you feel like closer to God when you do it. But you like cannot move, you cannot see, like you are effectively catatonic when you take it. But in your mind, you're having a real good time.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, it still causes. It can cause necrosis at the point of injection. And it's a 17 DC resist torture drug to not get necrosis.
Resist torture drug or endurance?
Ooh, I think endurance is probably better.
Because I think resist torture drug should be for the secondary effect to see if you get addicted to islet fungus.
That would be a real bad drug to get addicted to. But
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it would. How long does this hallucinogenic last?
4 hours.
4 hours. Chrome necrosis. The more chrome you have, the worse the drug effect, to the point where it can be used against a high-level merc.
Ooh, yeah. Basically, it would... The lower your humanity, the more it affects you, the longer you're high. That's why people with low humanity, like people who are cybered out, have it. But it also disconnects you from your tech.
I think
your Chrome.
That's not bad. Because I was going to say the opposite. I think if you're heavily chroned, it's less likely to affect you.
Okay. You need humanity for it to affect you?
I don't think you need humanity. I think you need the organic. I think it needs something that it can actually affect. Doesn't affect cables and electrons. It affects meat parts.
Like
so
huffing nitrous.
Yeah, so I think if you're too metal, it's not going to do anything. You're not going to get those effects. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do think though we should design a drug that affects people that have like filters more heavily than people that don't. Like it soaks into the filter, and so it keeps like re-dosing.
Ooh. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept. Not for this, but I like it. We'll hold on to that. Yeah. Not like synth coke. For like stakeouts and spies or sniper situation where we need to remain motionless and seem but still aware, even more aware. Yeah, you break through the fourth wall.
You turn statue and can see through time and space, but
I do think it would give you like a massive bonus to acting or persuasion or something where you're trying to blend in as like say a homeless person on the street or not moving or security. Like that it would give you like a +5, like something ridiculously high.
Yeah.
Pun not intended.
You're not picked up on motion sensors while high on this drug?
Because you can't move anyway. You can barely move. They're not sure you've somehow swayed from one side of the camera to the other, but they don't know how. Stealth! Yes, indeed. Stealth. Bonuses to stealth. I feel like there would be, like, you know how, like, there used to be opium dens? I feel like there's, like, a violet fungus den.
Oh, for sure.
Like, over somewhere in the city, where you can just sit and just non-exist.
And I think this is done with, like, an air hypo inhaler, you know? And, like, the cartridge for it is, like, glowing violet ooze that you, like...
So if it's an inhaler, does the necrosis go around the mouth?
Ooh, you're right. Because I like the idea of the necrosis, so that shooting it makes more sense.
Well, no, I'm not against it being around the mouth. Because that would affect your tongue and your taste and...
soft palate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get violet fungus teeth.
Yeah. It's like slow-mo. Remember, like, there was the burns from slow-mo in Dread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a lot like slow-mo, actually.
Weirdly. Except I think you could still move on slow-mo.
Right. Hey, man, you got some fung?
Yeah. Some V-Funk?
Yeah, because there's a lot of different types of funk. The V is the good stuff, though.
Oh, man.
You meet a guy in the club who's got funk face, and you're like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah. You could do a whole mission if it got, like, out of the den. And it's affecting, like someone's going around and, like, forcing it on...
Like, spraying it in people's faces at, like, busy intersections and stuff.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, putting it into the air supply.
Some low-level, unethical, got their license revoked dentist who uses it as the sedative.
Right. Well, you can't be mad about me pulling your teeth if you can't move.
Yeah, exactly. Or feel anything for the moment. And then you'll be back here in 6 months because I gotta fix your teeth.
Yeah, if anything, it's good for
That's a great scam. I'm just saying. Alright. Batman's Scarecrow plot. Not quite there. Okay, let's see. The next one is on page 34. Oh, we have a bullet. Okay, a bullet. Or a bulette. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. That's up to you guys. Bullette. It's an underground land shark.
Ooh, land sharks.
It's a massive predator that terrorizes any land it inhabits, also called a land shark. Lives only to feed. They fear no creature, and they attack with no regard for superior numbers or strength. They are underground hunters. They use powerful claws to tunnel through the earth. Heedless of obstruction, they uproot trees, cause landslides and loose slopes, and leave sinkholes behind them.
Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check, Bill. I will have to grab a drink here in just a second.
Feeds on any animal and humanoid it comes across.
They're mindless, so I think this is probably a gear, right?
Roams in hunting territory. Large monstrosity, unaligned. Burrows. Is it gear or is it a cyber psycho called Bulette?
Yeah, I can see that too.
Who lives in the sewers under whatever city you're playing in. And randomly will pop up like a cannibalistic cyber psycho.
That's terrifying.
These things are terrifying.
Oh, no, for sure. And I love the picture. He's like, wow.
Well, games gets water. I'm gonna keep going. So let's see. They're fairly fast. They don't have high intelligence, which makes kind of a lot of sense, or charisma. So there's that. Dark vision, tremor sense. I feel like we could definitely give them cyberware to get both those things. A French nationalist cyber psycho that lives in man-made city tunnels. Exactly.
I'm breaking things. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Welcome back. You're good.
Hey.
It doesn't have intelligence or charisma, which I feel like would be appropriate for a cyber psycho.
Landscaping drone? 100%.
That's what Patient said too. I don't think so. I like the idea of it being a cyber psycho, and that's their handle. Landscaping drone's too easy.
No, because, okay, so here's my pitch for landscaping drone, but then we'll move to cyber psycho because there's a lot more we can do with that. But
give me a
landscaping drone, you know the jaws of life that like tear open car doors when they're stuck?
Yeah.
Know? It's that, but for like tree roots when you're landscaping. So it's a drone that you like let go, and it just like tears up all of the subterranean area under a tree, so that it can be like pushed out of the ground because it's got deadly leap also. So I think after it like burrows under the tree, it like launches itself up to like knock the tree over.
I like it. I want to argue if we made this a landscaping drone, I think it would be for cities and underground, like, abandoned buildings or things that have gotten...
Right, and because trees are not a thing anymore. So I mean, they are, but not really.
They are, but yeah.
Cyberpsycho is 100% cooler, and I agree.
I think that should be like their handle.
yeah, they get a bonus if it lands on somebody's house.
100%.
Okay.
So they have dark vision and tremor sense, so they definitely need cyber eyes. Oh, they probably have like that optic array where you have multiple eyes for like all the sensors. Okay, infrared.
They've got infrared,
low light, UV.
Several different ones, but they have none that look like regular eyes. So
I was going to say they all look like they're blind, like just white, that white blind look.
Well, yes, they are blind, but what I mean is like they don't see normally.
Yeah.
Their only vision they have is like thermo and...
I like that, yeah. I'm good with that.
Yeah. So they're blind, but they have
not
all of the secondary vision types. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. Okay, standing leap. With or without a running start. So obviously the Cyberpsycho has jump boosters.
Right.
If not our new Djinni armor.
Yes, he has the Djinni armor.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Probably both.
I'm thinking he lives in sewers, and this is the way that he's able to get out. Because there's not a lot of ladders and stuff down there anymore. So that's like part of the reason he has the jump boost is out of necessity.
Maybe. I was looking at the Deadly Leap action, right? Where they've used 50 movement, they can use Deadly Leap to land on an opponent, and that's 100% how this Cyberpsycho catches his prey. Like, leaps out of the ground with the jump boosters and will land on you, knocking you prone and possibly grappled.
Okay. I like that. That's the the drop bear. Their thing is that they like just ambush people by landing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's like jumps, he kicks. Probably you're just prone for the first one, but man, oh man, I would be terrified if some psycho just jumped out of the ground without a care of anything.
Right.
Like, I feel like there has to be like two layers of muscle graft bone lace.
Yeah.
Or grafted muscle bone lace, and then probably a linear frame. So that they can, like, literally break through the concrete streets because they don't give a shit.
Okay. I also don't feel like they use guns of any type. I feel like they're more, like knife or, like, rending things.
It says all they have, other than the leap, is a bite attack.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's gotta have, like, special jaws. Like, beyond the cyber jaw, like an enhanced cyber jaw, probably claws, you're right. So once you're prone, it's going to be, like, grapple, bite you, and, like, drag you back, and that's
it.
That's it.
If he gets you down into his lair, you're done.
Or drop you back down the hole that's way too low, and you'll die from fall damage.
Does he eat his prey?
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. It says that the bullet eats anything. It doesn't like certain meats, but I'm like, no, this has got to be a cannibalistic cyberpsycho.
Okay, I'm in. 100 on this.
Yeah, with a linear frame, 2 grafted muscle and bone lace.
This is an urban legend the kids tell, and like, so in like all cities have like their version of this thing, like the story of it, but like it is a real cyberpsycho. And it may be in a city near you.
It could. It also says that it travels, so I can see it using, like, underground subway or train lines. Going from, like, city to city to city, so that's why a city may never see the cyberpsycho for years at a time.
Right.
And if you don't catch it while it's in the city, you're never going to get it.
Right. I like it.
I think that goes with your thing, page 0, is it has a reputation for evading because no one can catch it.
Oh my god, yes. 100% race. It was former Militech and got drummed out for being too violent or something, and that's how they ended up going crazy and living in the sewers. And that's also why, like, it's an urban legend, is because, like, it's trained to be stealthy and to not get caught. And that's why it travels city to city so much, and, you know, yeah.
Does it still... I love that. As a former Militech, like, experimental program that went way bad. Did not go well. Does it still have a mission it thinks it's trying to accomplish? In each city?
I think so. Like, I don't know if it really does. I think that part of its psychosis is that it feels like it's doing some job that has to be done.
Yeah, like I think he like it's definitely some mission that got twisted real bad in its brain, but something's compelling it to keep moving. Obviously, it hunts for food.
Right.
But the travel, I feel like there should be some underlying, like, mission that has gotten completely twisted and turned in this person's mind.
Yeah. I like it.
This thing is terrifying. I don't ever want to run into it.
Well, and if your characters did run into it, they would just be, like, going about their daily life, and this thing, like, pops out of nowhere, and, like, now you're in the middle, like, for us in Indie Bandits, when we're screwing around not doing anything like we do, like, okay, you guys are walking down to the club, huh? Okay. Make a perception. Alright, something lands
at -4.
Yeah. Something lands on you, and it's huge and angry.
I wouldn't, because the bandits would get killed.
Yeah, we're not equipped for that.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. I feel like Gojira could maybe handle it.
Yeah.
If Checkers brought her EMP grenades and if Moxie is holding her EMP glove, but
yeah,
it still might kill someone.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it has like a prototype Cyberpunk.
Oh, like, actually. Yeah. Because it's Militech and it's got Preem cyberware, is it hardened linear frames and hardened... Can you not EMP this thing? I feel like it should not be susceptible to EMP.
I think it's like a beholder, you can only EMP it from the inside.
Yeah, yeah, like I don't think this is something you could just take down with an EMP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, okay.
But yeah, no, it's got like a really overpowered but janky cyber job because it was like early tech cyber jaws.
Was it? Or does it have like the drill things like Dracul had?
Oh, that would be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like, this is a land shark, like shark teeth, where there's multiple rows of like just spinning drills.
Yes.
Oh my god, this person is terrifying. Like, terrifying.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, effect is crippled.
Yeah, it would have to do insane damage if it gets to bite you.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Don't let this thing bite you.
Like what? Like 66? Like the same as a grenade?
Either 5d6 or 66, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the higher levels, like, this is not fucking around. But yeah. It also has to be within biting range for that to occur. So yeah, that's the trade-off with it.
Yeah, that's why I feel like you could do 66. I'm not going to go up to, like, rocket level. But I feel like you could do 66 because it can only attack one person at a time.
Yeah.
But if you get bit, it's gonna be bad. And if it, you know what, and it still makes sense for like a dismembered hand or arm or something, depending on where it bites.
Oh, you know? Good point. It's like front, like quarter of it is its mouth. But yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think that this thing is not a joke. Like,
No.
That should be our Halloween one shot.
Oh, taking down the Bulette?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. I like that because it's unaligned. It just doesn't care who or what it's attacking.
Right.
It's not attacking for any, like, purpose or vengeance. It's just attacking for food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Hunt the Bulette. That would be good.
The Bulette mission.
Very different. Honestly, I'll take the bullet mission again, a second time over fighting this fucking thing.
For sure.
All right. Anything else we want to add to this?
No, I think we're good on this one.
Insanely thick French accent for no good reason, just because it's the Bulette.
Yeah. When Arnett did the extreme French stream, that one.
Okay.
We did a long time ago. We had to put a whole bunch of channel points in, but Arnett did an entire stream of a French language game in French.
Oh, nice.
The extreme French stream. So.
That's amazing. Okay. So our next one, was it the werewolf one?
Yeah, it was.
Is on page 281, which happens to be an Androsphinx. So sphinxes have a lot of information. In sacred isolation, it guards secrets and treasures of the gods. Of course. People have to pass tests. It has wings, naturally. It has its own lair. Okay, here, the Androsphinx. Bears the head of a humanoid male on its lion's body. Outwardly gruff and downcast, it often begins conversations with insults or negative observations. Beneath the gruff exterior... Yeah, I like that, though. Beneath the gruff exterior beats a noble heart, has no wish to lie or deceive, but doesn't give away information readily, choosing its words as wisely as it guards its secrets. Test the courage and valor of supplicants not only by forcing them to complete quests, but also with its terrible roar, which echoes for miles as it terrifies and deafens nearby creatures. So... Military mech tank with rogue AI, full body conversion. Beyond the black wall.
Here's the thing, looking at its fucking moves is giving me a heart attack. Because it's got roar that it can use once, 3 times a day. It's got first roar, second roar, and third roar that all do different things.
Yeah.
So is it a rocker boy?
I don't... You know what I think this is? Or, like, what I want to go with? I want this to be, like, the Androsphinx is made by Vault-Tec is the most secure vault in existence with specialized alarm systems.
Okay, I could see it.
But let's see. It does have... I'm not against this whole tank AV thing. So...
Yeah, I'm not against that.
So hang on. So it can drive, it can fly, so a convertible, like, ground car to AV, I'm down for it. It's immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. So yeah, I feel like a vehicle, like a stronger vehicle, that would make sense. Inscrutable. It's immune to any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts. So I feel like it can't be a person, then it has to be an object.
It has to be an object.
Either a vault or a vehicle. It can't cast spells. Although if it's a vault or a vehicle, it would have what's the word?
ham sandwiches?
No.
I'm not being helpful, and I apologize.
On vehicles, upgrades. It would have upgrades, like weapons upgrades or...
Upgrade slots.
Yeah. So, it would have that.
Well, and if you look at the spells it knows, fire seems to be a big one, so I think it has, like, a flamethrower as, like, one of the base. Because it's got Sacred Flame, it's got Flame Strike.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to read what each of these roars do. Hold on. So, Frighten and Deafen.
It does know Spare the Dying. It also knows Lesser and Greater Restoration. So I'm kind of with chat saying like an armored ambulance.
Ooh.
Like the Androsphinx is specifically like a life-saving ambulance.
It is an armored AV, I'm thinking, that is an ambulance for like any war zone, even the combat zone. But like when it lands, it sets off like noise disruptors, flashing lights, strobes and stuff like that, to like neutralize the area around where they're doing their work. Because it lands like right above what it's doing and then disrupts around it.
And an EMP, possibly, because it does have like Dispel Magic, so possibly an EMP.
Yeah, so basically it shuts down whatever combat's going on around it so that it can save the person regardless of who they are.
I agree. I think this is definitely something for Trauma Team. Like, this is Trauma Team's like big, heavy transport.
This is, you're on like triple platinum.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
It is not cheap.
And 3 times a day it has like those 3 special weapon effects, which would be its roars, right? Like the siren.
Yeah.
That goes off. So let's see, the first one would be Frightened.
Yeah, because it's Frightened and then Frightened Deafen. Ooh, and can cause Paralyze.
Is paralyzed. And then the third one,
Knocked
Thunder Damage and Knocked Prone.
So it like tases everything around it?
Yeah, it has like a like a AoE taser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that it has a teleport. Obviously it doesn't teleport. It has NOS. I would say the vehicle has NOS though. Yeah. It's not quite teleport, but it's got a couple... Yeah, hell, fuck yeah, NOS and Navy.
Yeah, this is like the highest level of Trauma Team 1 can possibly purchase. And even then, good luck affording it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I feel like this isn't, like, the Androsphinx is not something that you could just purchase, because the nature of a Sphinx is to, like, test a person's, like, true character.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is something that, like, as a GM, I would reward my players with for doing something really, like, noble or benevolent.
Well, and I feel like this is so, like, low-key and secret that even among Trauma Team, to get the Onyx membership, it has to be offered to you.
Yeah, like, only certain Trauma Team members know about it, but if you do a certain mission for Trauma Team, and you show yourself to be, like, a noble, benevolent person,
yeah,
you automatically get this for life.
Yeah. Or if they feel like, and, political as it is, but if Trauma Team as a company feels like your death would cause too many problems, it'll deploy this to, like, no, we're saving you this one time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or it could be a one-time use, because I feel like Sphinxes, once you get it, right, you get the treasure and you go. So, if you do something real impressive for Trauma Team, or a member of Trauma Team, one time, you'll get the Androsphinx to come and save your ass.
Right. And it had better be real serious.
No, I don't think saving, like the CEO's kid, because that's too political. And the Sphinx is inscrutable, so I think it's just you have to do something, like, really noble. Like, really true of heart.
I like, that it's like $43K a month, if you could pay for it.
A great Deus Ex Machina for the GM, 100%. Murder Hobo players are never going to get this, so think carefully.
They don't qualify it.
No. Yeah, I love this as, like, a specialized trauma team, like, we will take on whatever it is.
This is, like, the most elite.
There's cryo tanks in there. There's, like...
There's a full, like, hospital room
in the Sphinx. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It, like, opens the bay door, like, lands on you, and you're, like, already in the operating room.
Yeah, you and your team.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I'm with this.
I would think it would have to have afterburners anyway, because I assume this is fairly heavy, being armored and...
God, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, a beacon that calls the AV? Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So I think we've determined this is not a ground vehicle, this is purely an AV.
Yes, for
yeah.
Sure. Well, because Sphinxes fly, so...
Yeah, Sphinxes fly, it's fine. So, the Androsphinx. The secret AV of Trauma Team.
Right.
Yeah.
That you've never heard of?
No.
Nor will you?
Probably not. Probably never. Oh, that's cool. I like that one. I really like that one.
Our last couple, well, all of these I've enjoyed.
Same.
But like, the last couple, I feel like we've had like big like stories around it. It's been nice.
Okay, our next selection is on page 69.
Nice.
If
Gandhi got in trouble, it would show up for sure, every time.
Which is, of course, a whole page of devils.
Devils!
And we've got the Horn Devil, the Ice Devil, an Imp, a Lemur, a Pit Fiend, and a Spine Devil. So...
Alright, which one do you want to go with?
Which one would you guys like? A Horned Devil, an Ice Devil, Imp, Lemur, Pit Fiend, or Spine Devil?
They're all different ice.
Ooh!
I think you're right.
That's
cool. It would take us a minute to do this, but yeah, I think we could design ice.
Different ice for these? Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
What's the first one on the page?
The first one on this page is the Horned Devil.
Alright, pulling up the Horned Devil.
Which looks really badass. I don't know if I can show this. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There we go. I
like his big nose though.
He's lawful evil. I don't think that's going to come into play given that it's an ice program.
Right.
But hey. It can fly, so I feel like that would be like the ravens, because I think ravens specifically can fly.
Yeah.
It's really strong. It's immune to fire and poison, and it is resistant to, like, everything.
Yeah, it is. Full bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, non-magical attacks that aren't silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of these being anti-demon ice.
Could we, out of curiosity... I don't think this exists. In net running, from what I believe. You have to be on the same level as the ice that you're fighting. Unless it's like an actual demon.
Yeah.
That's holding a terminal.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the Horned Devil could be a demon, but I like the fact like it's got 2 melee attacks, right? It's got its pitchfork or its tail. I think it should just have the pitchfork, like where it tries to stab you, but it also has hurl flame,
right,
as a range attack, and I like that if you're maybe one level away from it, from the level it's on, it can still hit you.
Oh, like 2 rooms away.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Like the level attack. Adjacent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see
that. It would be weaker. It would be a weaker attack. It wouldn't do as much damage as I think the fork would, like the melee attack.
Right.
If you're on that level.
So, quick hacks and stuff like that aren't really in the red at all. It was introduced in Mission Kit. It's the first time we got stuff like that. So no, but there is things that demons can do that can cause the Netrunner to take physical fire damage. So.
Yeah, the Cerberus can do that, I think.
Yeah.
Or the Hellhound, rather.
And I don't know the rules for Mission Kit well enough to even speak on those, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I read them when we got the copy of it, but I have not put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, Ice can set Netrunner's index on fire.
Yeah. No, thinking about this from the other angle, if this is a program that you could run, like when Hades leaves his dragon place. So you... And that's what I'm thinking as far as the lawful evil, is that it's one that a Netrunner would use against a system. That's the evil portion of it, you know?
Well, see, I think that's what we have to determine. Is this a program a Netrunner gets, or is this an ice that sits in an archetype, like a
architecture?
Architecture.
I think this is a program. I think it's more fun if it's a program.
That's funny. I was thinking it would be like an actual architecture thing.
Okay.
Ooh, what if... Okay, you can pitch me your program idea.
Alright.
I'm gonna say the Horned Devil is a new demon that runs your system. Because they can hit you from wherever you are in the system. It doesn't matter. So they will have the Hurl Flame, which won't do a lot of damage. Whatever it is that the Hellhound can do, probably less than the Hellhound can do, where it can set you on fire, though.
Right.
So, if it hits you, maybe if it hits you, it doesn't do any damage, but you're set on fire.
Yeah.
And, mildly on fire. But when you're in its space, that's when it can, stab you with its fork, and it gets the boot thing, where it
can kick you out.
Where it can kick you out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Love it.
That's my pitch.
Second version of it, called the Horned Devil Unbound, which can be ran as a standalone program. Very similar, but it can't attack things anywhere because that's not the way it works, just in the room it's in. But it's an anti-personnel program, so it'd be against another person that's jacked in. But part of the flaw with it is it doesn't know who's running it and who's not. So you have to leave the room after you set it, and it gives you 1 round to set up. But anyone who passes into that square, whether it is you or a enemy Netrunner, has to save against being booted or lit on fire. Because basically you're binding it to where you run the program.
It would be lit on fire, I would assume.
Okay.
That is terrifying. I feel like it would hit you, but its fork would be like a flame fork.
Right.
So it's going to hit you for a lot of damage and set you on fire until you're out of that room.
Yeah, and that's why you run it and then leave the room, and then it pops up, and then you're like, I'm not coming back this way.
No. Never.
But it would also cover your tracks, because if anybody was trying to follow you,
mean, they would just have to slide past it.
Yeah. But it would be like encountering an ice.
Yeah.
Hey! Competition.
Alright, so the next is the Ice Devil. So, same resistances, same immunities. Same specialty things. It has a lot more actions, though. It has Bite, it has Claw, and then it has Wall of Ice. Give me a moment to read this. It magically forms an opaque wall of ice on a solid surface it can see. The wall is 1 foot thick, up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high. The wall appears each creature in the space is pushed out of it, though they get to choose which side to be on. It lasts for 1 minute until the devil is incapacitated or dies.
Ooh, you know what this one does?
It can be, the wall can be damaged and breached. Just for note. But yeah, go ahead.
This is the opposite. So it's going to run the same. All of these devils basically run the way we've established, but they act differently. This one, what it can do is force you to stay jacked in. You can't jack out. While when it like pegs you to the ground with its ice attack, and you can't jack out without it being a harmful jack out. You can't do a clean jack out until you've killed it.
I'm kind of somewhat with Val, where I think when you put it down, it puts a password on that floor.
Okay.
Like an additional password you have to break through. But I'm thinking, because it's a wall of ice where it's like, you shall not pass kind of thing is what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
You can't, if that has been summoned, anti-personnel, a netrunner cannot pass that room until the devil's defeated.
Okay.
Which would really suck for Cammy, who slides through everything and has a whole trail of enemies behind her because she'd hit that floor. Until she kills that devil, everything behind her that's still chasing also will catch up.
Right.
And she'd be trapped there until she could kill the devil.
That would get brutal for her quick. Yeah.
Unlike Deeps, who would be fine because he kind of kills as he goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my pitch.
Okay.
That's my pitch.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I think that one's quick because we've already established the rules, but I feel like that's basically what that one does. They look like weird bug creatures, which bothers me.
Yeah, they do. They look like insects, like icy insects.
Yeah.
Like little grasshoppery things.
Which I guess makes sense as a devil. It should look like something creepy. But
maybe.
Not okay with it.
There we go. So people can see. Alright. Next. Well, I feel like imps already exist in the net.
Yeah.
So we can skip imp. We're gonna skip imp, guys. But the lemur, not very dexy, so I feel like you could probably slide by this easy, if it's a thing. It's only resistant to cold and only immune to fire and poisoned. It has fists, so it can punch you. And it says Hellish Rejuvenation. It dies... One that dies in the 9 hells comes back to life with all its hit point in 1d10 days unless it's killed by a good aligned creature with a bless spell cast on that creature, or its remains are sprinkled with holy water. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like an anti-personnel that won't die.
Yeah.
Like it's 1 in 1d6... you roll 1d6 rounds, it comes back.
Yeah. But also, because if you look at its actions, all it has is fist.
Yeah.
I think that it doesn't have, like, a high attack with this thing.
It's got a +0 to strength, so yeah, it's not... It's like it does 1d6 damage.
The deal for this is that it just keeps coming back after, like, a short period of time.
And if you didn't slide past it...
Yeah.
Even if you kill it, when it comes back, it can still follow you. It still knows where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's just
Imagine
really...
an entire architecture full of these.
Really annoying. Like, really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it. It's, like, so bad, but so good.
Right. This is like the most annoying thing you could run into.
But here's my question, because I love this as an ice. It kind of looks like this amorphous blob thing in the book.
Yeah.
What does this specific one look like in the net architecture?
I think it looks like whatever the most generic user, like, if you don't have a skin for your avatar anyway, it's like the generic skin. It's the Steve from Minecraft.
I had the worst idea. I'm sorry, I had the worst idea.
No, go for it.
It's Clippy. And Clippy keeps coming back no matter how many times you tell him, I don't want your help.
Go away.
Wait. If you didn't grow up with Clippy, good for you.
There was a paperclip in Microsoft Word that would give you suggestions even if you told it not to. Yeah.
Oh god, not Clippy. Exactly. So you kill it and you feel really good, and then it just turns back.
Hey, I noticed you're trying to get control of this
of the system.
Would you like help with that?
Would you like help with that? Exactly. Oh my god, that's so great.
Oh my god, and that would be great software to run. Like, just jump into somebody's network and launch a whole bunch of these, like as many as your deck could run. Just to be irritating.
Oh, if you launch too many, yeah, just put like all of them in there. All of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would give tips as you attack it. Like, imagine if you missed.
Run Speedy Gonzalez.
It hits you, your shield goes down. Are you aware your shield is down? You might want to raise the program.
I've noticed you don't have another shield program installed. Consider next time having more than one.
Oh my god, yes. You critically miss it? I see you're having trouble attacking. Have you tried hitting the object? Just the most sassy thing.
Here, I'll stop moving for you.
They miss again, there is no helping you.
Right.
Oh. Beautiful. I love it. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Pit Fiend and Spined Devil is the last one. So Pit Fiend is next. They are big things. They big chunks. All the resistances, same immunities as before, fire, poison. Any creature, though, this has Fear Aura. Any creature hostile to the Pit Fiend that starts its turn within, like, view of it, I guess, and fails its saving throw, is frightened until the next of its the next turn.
Isn't there an effect that's like that?
I don't know.
If only we had a netrunner here with us right now.
Can only be installed on the lowest level of architecture. I like that.
That's why typically they're in control of the architecture, is because you can only install them in the lower floors.
It's multi-attack, bite, claw, mace, and tail. It does have magic. Detect magic, fireball. It does have fireball and wall of fire and hold monster.
Oh yeah. Man, they have so many resistances.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that it's on the lowest level of an architecture, because you know how netrunners always think like there's files on the lowest level? So they always want to go as deep as possible. I like that this is kind of like a misdirection, where it's like, oh no, it's a Pit Fiend. Oh, hold monster prevents safe jackout? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I was also thinking maybe it has the thing where it can delete software you're running at random. Like,
if it hits you, a program gets derezzed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that's its fear effect. Is it just like randomly deletes the software that you have?
I think that's its fireball effect. Its fear effect, I think if you fail like a will save, some sort of will save, maybe concentration, I think concentration's will, you lose one net running action that turn.
Oh, okay. So you have one less action. Okay, I like that. These would be a pain in the ass to fight.
Oh, yeah.
But I like it.
So it prevents you from safe jacking out. I think as long as it can.
As long as you're in the room with it.
In the room with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can escape the room before it can get to you, you can safe jack out.
Yeah. It can reduce your net actions, and it can delete programs.
And if it hits you, yeah.
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 This is one of the ones you like slide past and then keep running.
And hope it never catches. No, because it's at the bottom level. There's no slide. Yeah, slide past and then go, nope, and go right back out, or at least try to. Hope you can. Okay, and the last devil-y thing that we have kind of looks like gargoyles from Gargoyles. Is the Spine Devil. I mean, a corrupted version.
Right.
It's a small little guy. Still has all these immunities. Magical magical darkness I can see through. Ooh, flyby. Devil doesn't provoke an opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
They look nothing like the gargoyles.
They do.
They look like slivers from Magic the Gathering.
No.
I might be looking at a different edition, but...
What are you... Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can do this. This is the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at, too.
It's even, like, perched on a thing. You can picture it.
No.
Yeah.
That is not a nice thing to say about the gargoyle.
I like a twisted, corrupted version, I said. Limited spines, which I think could be cool. It also has a 4... I like the limited spines, like, it can only hit you, like, 12 times.
Yeah.
But the thing where it's like, it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack when it flies out of the enemy's reach, I think it's one of those things where it's like, once you encounter it, you can't slide away.
Okay.
But it can only try to hit you 12 times. And then it's out. Then it can just follow you. It just follows you while you're in the net architecture doing whatever you're doing.
Ooh. Going back to the pit feed, I like that idea. Something that, like, basically it starts shutting down the net architecture around you. The pit feed can, like, start deleting floors. Collapsing itself.
Like, moving up to the exit?
Yeah.
So even if you run out of the room will start to...
Yeah. Yeah, I think this thing can follow you no matter what. Once it has your scent.
Yeah.
It's, like, forever on you. Even if you jack out and come in and it's all been reset.
No, I think if it resets, you're good. I think if it resets, you're good. But granted, once you reset it, it gets its 12 attacks back.
That's true. Okay.
So I think it's limited, but it never loses you.
Okay. Yeah, because its big thing is it's immune to poison. Yeah, I think that it has the 12 attacks that do more than normal amount of damage.
Yeah.
Or more than, like, a regular slash.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, because it does have its fork or whatever, or a bite, it could do, like, a basic attack. But I feel like the basic attack is only going to be 1d6, where the spines are probably, like, 3d6.
Thank you for the hydrating posture.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Or 2d6. Can't remember. Because against personnel, it tends to be lower because they don't actually have, like, armor they can wear.
Yeah. I imagine, like, going in and, like, somehow dodging out of its 12 attacks and then just letting it follow you around while you're trying to do things.
It screeches constantly.
Bro.
Enough. Cammy would get so annoyed. So Deeps, I feel Deeps would talk back to it. Cammy would be so annoyed. That plus all the clippies, I think she'd GTFO at the architecture, like, not worth the headache.
That's the best security against runners. Yeah, they can call for others.
They could, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one ice that you've slid by can be called. Gets reattracted. Yeah. Once its spines are used up. Should we do one last one? One final?
Sure. I'm good with one more.
Alright. And our last... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I've been able to look up most of these in D&D Beyond, but for some reason, the Spined Devil was not on D&D Beyond for me.
Did you have to go to Devil? Oh, no. Because you could find the other ones.
I went to some other random website.
Oh, how fun. Okay. So our last monster is on page 212.
Okay.
And it is called the Magmin. And it looks like a fiery little, like, demon goblin baby.
It's a fire buddy.
It's a fire buddy. It's fire buddy. So let's see. A grinning, mischievous Magmin resembles a stumpy humanoid sculpted from a black shell of magma. Even when it isn't ablaze and radiating heat like a bonfire, small just a flame erupt from its porous skin. Summoned pyromaniacs, they're fire elemental spirits bound into physical form. And let's see.
Alright, you're gonna hate me on this one.
I see fiery destruction, but it says the shell prevents it from instantly lighting everything it comes into contact with. They're simple creatures oblivious to the harm that they present. I love it. Okay.
Because they're chaotic neutral.
Because they're chaotic neutral.
I'm thinking this is a Gunmart flamethrower. And once ignited, it can't be
turned
doused.
off.
Yeah, until the entire tank is gone.
Okay.
So, like, no matter what you do, like, as soon as you light that, it's an hour and 15 minutes of straight flames.
Oh no, it does have a death burst. When it dies, it explodes in a burst of fire and magma.
DC 11 check versus 2d6 fire damage. And can ignite all flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried in the area.
It sheds bright light, and yeah, if it touches you, it ignites it.
That would be brutal if you had like any large clip weapon or chain weapon and like on a jam or on like, you know, whatever goes wrong with it, it can ignite all of the incendiary ammo in the clip.
I think that's perfect, to be perfectly honest. And I'm going to pair it with Velvet's, like, if you roll the 1, the tank explodes. I'm just trying to think of what kind of gun.
So it's a submachine gun because I love my submachine guns. That with the incendiary ammo.
You never use SMGs.
No, I love them whenever we review them. They're
That's
one of my favorite categories.
Okay, it's fair. Yeah.
But it has the underbarrel flamethrower mount that has a small contained tank.
Uh-huh.
That's how we can get both the tank explosion and the incendiary rounds blowing up. Or it's the escape plan, but instead of a smoke grenade, it's
a bomb. Yeah, I was thinking that, played by Faisal.
Yeah.
No. Gunmart tried to copy Faisal. And then made the Magmin.
Right? No, I think underbarrel flamethrower is a great plan, though. Even if we don't go with it for this, just in general.
I was thinking of doing, can you put a drum barrel attachment on an SMG?
Technically, because if you think about it, like, the Tommy gun is a submachine gun. It's not, well, no, it's a full-size machine gun.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think you can put...
I don't think you can either.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that would be a great, like, tank where...
Yeah.
Yeah. Or... Okay, hang on. Maybe not flamethrower underbarrel. You ready for this? It's got an extended clip.
Alright.
If you shoot in suppressive or auto-fire mode, it overheats and explodes. You have 1 turn to throw it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a death burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes a grenade if you do auto-fire, then you have to throw it.
Your next turn, you have to throw it because it will explode.
Yeah.
Yep. Even if it's full.
Oh. Fair enough.
Although I kind of
German handgun
do love the thought, what is it, a railgun of a railgun Magmin. No, it's not a railgun, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Brilliant idea, Jess.
Where did I go?
You're gonna have to talk me out of this.
My initial thought was it would be a drone.
Oh, okay.
But I do love your idea that this is just a really shit gunmark gun that explodes.
It will probably light things on fire, even if you don't want them.
I do find it kind of like the Molotov cocktail, where if you get shot, right?
It's a problem.
You have a chance of every other Molotov cocktail on you exploding.
Right.
I feel like that's what this Magnum is. Maybe it's an SMG that cannot fire suppressive or auto fire. But but if you roll the 1, you have like a 4 in 6 chance of the gun exploding.
I was thinking, what if it is a paintball gun that doesn't have single shot? It only has burst and auto fire settings on it.
Burst isn't a thing.
You know what I mean, though. And it's suppressive and full auto. The pellets release EX gel, basically what's inside of incendiary grenades, but not with the ignition thing. But you like have a underbarrel flare launcher to light it,
and it lights all the things that you've shot up. Oh, I like that. I like that. So you have your underbarrel flamethrower still.
Yeah.
I like this. But once the flamethrower goes off, I mean.
Yeah. Well, and if the tank for all of those pellets is bursted, then your hand explodes into flames.
So is that like on a 1, like if it jams, like it explodes, you're set on fire, like mildly on fire, and you take the dismembered hand critical injury.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I like that.
It goes very wrong. And it's still made by Gunsmart or Faisal. Like, oh
my god, release the Roman candles. Can we turn this into a firework Roman candle launcher instead?
Yeah.
I know you really want the flamethrower aspect to it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
You know what? We'll come up with the Magnum and the Magmin and Magmin F. The Magmin is like the Roman candle launcher, like where it's like paintballs that are incendiary, and the Magmin F is your attack with the flamethrower.
Okay. Alright.
Either way, if the gun gets damaged, if you roll the 1, you're fucked. But
they're available in the temple, so go check them out.
there you go. I actually feel like the one that's just the Roman candle, you just suffer crushed fingers. Like, it explodes and you suffer the crushed fingers.
Right.
But the flamethrower one, which clearly does more damage and is way more badass, you'll lose your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna put an eye out with that thing.
And it gets it on fire. Oh, that was fun.
But yeah, that was some ideas we had. Let us know on the Discord if you guys have your own fun monster manual conversions you want to do. Or that you've done.
Or that you'd like us to talk about somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
I do feel, I know there was someone who posted about a beholder. I do think a beholder is a drone with various weapon attachments.
Yeah, and hardened because it has the anti-magic.
Yeah. Observation camera, of course, is his main eye.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it's an observation drone that's just well fortified.
Heavily weaponized. Heavily. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out to this.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here for this Indie Bandits. The last couple episodes of Indie Bandits have been light on the indie banditing.
I'm very, very light on the indie banditing. I'm mostly
more indie bandit.
Something else.
This was a lot of fun though, Jess. Thank you for having me on.
Awesome. This was great. I love chatting with you. Anytime. Alright guys, I think that's it for us for now. Person I was going to raid is no longer streaming.
Who was streaming?
High Shelf, they were streaming Shadow Scar.
Oh yeah.
Let's go raid Happy Jack's RPG. I think they have raided us before.
Okay, I was gonna say Long Lost is also streaming.
Long Lost Lore?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Happy Jack's has actually rated us, so I'm gonna do Happy Jack's. You know what? I'm gonna do Happy Jack's RPG today, and next week we'll go raid Long Lost Lore. How's that?
Sounds like a good plan.
All right. So there you guys go. We are gonna get this underway. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. As always.
We love and appreciate you guys. You mean the world to us, and that's why we keep pushing forward and doing what we do. It's because of you guys.
Yeah. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.